What's up, guys? This is Damien with Hosh Online. Today we are going to be taking a look at the Google Nexus 10, one of the greatest tablets of all time, with that amazing display, with that thin profile, and of course that rubber backing that everyone seems to love, including myself. This one's a little bit different. Of course, I've rooted this and thrown Paranoid Android on there, but I have tested it out for with the stock user interface and the stock operating system for pretty much majority of the time I've had it. It's just kind of standard for me. I use it. I try it. I keep it stock for a while. That way I can kind of get a handle on it, and when I go to a ROM, I know what's not so great and what's great, and also I can kind of get a sense of things that don't work that great and that are just part of what's going on with the tablet, or maybe that could be ROM specific issues. So to start off with the Nexus 10, do I like it? Do I not like it? I love the Nexus 10. Now that comes with a few caveats. And we'll get to those a little bit later. I love the camera, and I'm really not big on tablet cameras. I don't really make a big fuss or big deal about it, and it'll be pretty much the same thing here with the Nexus 10. The camera is okay. If you want a camera on your tablet, there's a camera. It's more than good enough. It's not the best camera in the world. You shouldn't use it if you have a camera phone or any other type of camera on at your disposal. Then you shouldn't really be using it that much. But when you need to do it, I now using it for Skype and Google Hangouts. I use mine for that. And when it comes to that, it's more than adequate. So that ends that. Now the screen is wonderful. Now, is it the best screen in the tablet industry right now? It's not, because I have to say the iPad, the new iPad, the screen's a lot more vibrant than I think the Nexus 10. While the Nexus 10, we're running actually a quadrant right now, but the Nexus 10, it kind of sometimes looks a little washed out. It's a really good quality screen. Don't get me wrong. It's one of the top that you can maybe get, maybe kind of underneath the iPad, maybe the best screen that you can get. But it's just not as full as we throw the fingerprint laden iPad. For comparison purposes, it just things just look way more accurate on the iPad than on the Nexus, and it's noticeable. So but it is definitely great quality, just not that great. Thinness, man, this tablet is thin. It's definitely thinner than an iPad, and I'm using the iPad because, of course, it is the industry leader when it comes to tablets. But yes, it's thinner than the iPad, way, way, way lighter than an iPad. You will, going from the iPad and using the iPad to come into this, you will immediately notice how light this thing is. It's a pleasure to hold it up for maybe an hour at a time. I usually I say tabletize. I tabletize a lot before I go to bed, and which is usually me laying on my back holding the tablet up, watching Hulu, watching Netflix, or reading, or Google Play magazines or books, and it's not bad at all with the Nexus 10. I can do it just as much as I can do it with the Nexus 7. Now the iPad, no, no, no. It's just absolute no. If you guys, I could not tell you how many times I've fallen asleep and this iPad has knocked me upside my head. I think I've mentioned that before, but it's definitely the truth. The iPad is a heavy monster, and it's night and day when compared to the Nexus 10. Now, as far as sound is concerned, I really like the fact that they placed the speakers, dual speakers on the front. They're aiming at you. They leave just a little bit to be desired, but it's definitely loud enough. I just kind of miss, if you ever owned or heard the HP touchpad, the sound that came from it was so great. and it's just not, I'm just waiting for a tablet to have, equally good sound. Now the iPad's got pretty good sound also. This isn't on the level of either of those, but it's very close. Definitely adequate enough though. As far as app compatibility and smoothness, processor power, things like that, overall this is a wonderful tablet. I would say that I use the Nexus 10 more than any tablet. Even the Nexus 7, which I didn't even think was going to be possible, because the Nexus 7 being that 7-inch form factor, I thought that it's pretty much going to be impossible for a 10-inch tablet to take the Nexus 7's place. But I really do enjoy that full screen of the Nexus 10, and it's as light as a Nexus 7. So overall, the Nexus 10, it's a wonderful tablet. If you want to get it, it's definitely worth picking up. Very fast. Now it does have some issues with Google Chrome, and it has a issue with random reboots. I've been getting that ever since I was running on stock, and even with Paranoid Android. So but that's to be expected with new products sometimes. But guys, this has been Damien, Hosh Online, my recommendation for the Nexus 10. Please hit that like button, it really helps me out. I'll see you guys next video. Take care. Peace.